How's it going, everybody? Robert Cook here. So at this point, we've already completed our revisions for our screenplay and we're ready to finalize it. So before we move forward, give yourself a pat on the back. So after you've given yourself a pat on the back, we need to talk about the important steps after you've completely revised your script into a shooting screenplay. We need to do a couple of clerical homework things. So the very first thing you need to do after you've completed the revisions of your rough draft into your final draft slash shooting script, you need to A, copyright it, B, create the beginnings of chain of title documents, and C, you need to start getting it out. I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, well, if I'm producing it myself, why do I need to do all those things? Okay, so this is where the important stuff comes in, all right? So I need everybody to pay attention. When it comes to copywriting, every piece of work needs to be copyrighted, both to protect yourself and anybody else that reads it. So once your script is copyrighted, that protects you from having your intellectual property stolen, and that protects everybody else from thinking that you're not a professional, because nobody in this industry doesn't want to work with an amateur. They want to work with professionals. So if you want to appear professional, get your screenplay copyrighted. And if I remember right, it's a minimal fee from the US Copyright Office if you're in the United States to get your screenplay copyrighted. The very next thing you need to do is you need to start beginning the chain of title process. So what is the chain of title? Well, the chain of title is essentially, it's a breadcrumb trail leading to when the script was first conceptualized, all the way up until the point when it's ready for distribution. One of the first things you need to do, and you need to do this regardless if you're producing this yourself or not, because distributors are going to ask for it, for all of your chain of title documents. The very first thing you need to do is type up what's called an option agreement. So what an option agreement is it's pretty much every time somebody writes a screenplay and a producer likes it, they option the screenplay from the screenwriter to give them a certain amount of time to produce the film. And if that time overlaps and the film isn't produced in that time frame, then the writer is legally allowed to go find another producer to sell them the option. And normally you will get if you go to an outside producer, normally they'll give you anywhere from $15 to $50 for a year's option. You're not going to get a whole bunch of money up front, so just get that fantasy out of your head. It's going to be somewhere between $15 and $50 for an option. If you're producing the film yourself, you should already have a production company lined up. If you don't, it's really easy to make one. I might actually make a video on how to create a production company and just kind of give you all the do's and don'ts of that, because I've made a lot of mistakes, but I learned from all of them, and I would like to pass that info on to y'all. But what you need to do is, even if you were producing the film yourself, you need to option the film from yourself to create that chain of title. Once the chain of title is complete, the very next thing you need to do is you need to get the script out there. Go find producers. You can find producers on IMDb Pro. You can find producers in your local neighborhood at filmmaking meetups. Go work on a set for a different production. Go do that about 2 or 3 times. Get to know everybody. Ask anybody there, hey, I have a finished screenplay, I'm trying to produce it. I don't want to produce it myself. Can you help me? Either talk to the producer, or can you schedule me a meeting so I can pitch? You got to get your script out there if you want it to get made, if you're not going to make it yourself. And then once you have all 3 of those things done, your script is finalized and it is ready for production. At this point, you are at the golden mark of when the dream and vision of everything you put on the paper is going to come to life. And at this point, this is where a lot of people grow a lot of gray hair and end up going bald because they pulled it all out. Do not give up on the process at this point, even if it takes you a little bit to find a producer to produce your film, or if it takes you a little bit of time to raise financing for your film. I hope this video has left a positive impression on anybody. If y'all would, please leave in the comments what your personal stories are when it comes to finishing your screenplay and getting them optioned. We all want to see everybody succeed here, and I want to share success stories of people who have followed along with the program and have finally gotten their screenplay option. Please leave a comment about a personal story like that, or if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I would love to help, and I am more than willing to answer any question y'all have for me when it comes to screenwriting and finalizing and getting your screenplay optioned. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. I know I said that twice, but please like this video if you enjoyed it. And I hope to see y'all next time where we're at the point to where we're at pre-production. All right, well, I'll see y'all next time. Later.